name is Mcleod. I am a drafting instructor, and this class will be Introduction to Technical Drawing. Let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to go over multi-view drawings, which is essentially orthographic projections. If you would take just a minute or two and skim over those 196, 197, and 198, and we'll get started. I'll ask them to brush over a couple passages, and then we'll start in the discussion of pictorial drawings, which is isometric. Let's say at the very least, what view should be shown? Yes, sir.
Top, front, and right.
Top, front, and right. That's absolutely correct. Then we'll move on into the glass box theory of there's 6 sides to every single object. And then we'll go into how many views you can create from each object, and then end up with the 3 primary views with the main view, and they will create a drawing based on those steps.
Without the instructions on this, we wouldn't be able to do these drawings. You have to read the measurements, and if missing measurements aren't, if measurements aren't there, then we wouldn't be able to mark a certain space of distance. We wouldn't be able to do the drawing.
You read to get an idea of what it is, but a lot of the reading is just reading the lengths and everything. That's where a lot of the reading comes in, is when you're reading the different lengths and diameters and all that to get the specific object you want.
I try to teach them how to read a passage and get them to understand the things that are important, and not everything is important in a subject. Sometimes it's basic info, background info, supporting info. If they can pull that basic info from it, they tend to read faster and understand, oh, I read that part, or I remember that, or I went over it.
It's like a mystery. Sometimes you just can't read the book. You gotta plug in, and it helps you solve stuff.
I'm in Algebra 1 now, or Algebra 2 with trig. So the geometry portion we're doing now with trigonometry, it helps to kind of think back on, just kind of compare it to this class, like the writing and the reading. That way it's easier to connect the two, and then it kind of makes it easier.
One of the things I love is I can tell them something one day, and they'll come in weeks later and go, oh, hey, I saw this show on the Discovery Channel, or read this article on the internet, and they were doing this, and I thought, hey, I actually know what they mean. That's great for them, because instead of just, kind of blindly staring into it, they'll actually understand what's being read and what's being done.